A lot of living organisms are endangered, as sadly human beings play a major part in endangering their lives. For example, today's story is about officials make troubling discovery, arrest 3 people. The officials did not know at first what they were staring at until that thing dawned at them and it made their hearts skip a beat. What was that? It is an animal which most people are not familiar with. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to Did You Know and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. The animal we are talking about is called pangolin. Though the term is not famous enough for everyone to know, it exists, and the animal seems to be used as a means for gaining profit. Poor creature. In Zambia, 3 people were arrested for capturing a mother pangolin and its baby. They wanted to sell both of them. Recently, the critters have become something of great importance and value more than they have ever been. Why in particular those animals? It is because they have an interesting shape. They are scaled animals. They feed on insects and very known for being secretive and nocturnal and characteristically roll up into a ball when threatened, as was clarified by the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation, DSWF. Over a week of searching, Zambian authorities found the scared animals in a wooden box. They did not figure out what was that first, then they realized that they were a pair clinging to one another. Vicki Flynn of the David Shepherd Wildlife Foundation, DSWF, reported that the mother and the baby looked like they had been in captivity for over 2 weeks. Thankfully, the Department of Natural Parks and Wildlife's Investigations and Intelligence Unit succeeded in arresting 3 suspects who had 2 live pangolins. WCP, Wildlife Crime Prevention, noted that there are serious measures taken against the concept of pangolins trade in Zambia. It was an illegal act and considered a punishable crime. A few days later, WCP, Wildlife Crime Prevention, updated their fans on social media that the pangolin pair was safe and fine. They added that their health is improving every day and that they are eating well as gaining weight. They were indebted to Department of Natural Parks and Wildlife. They also posted their photos, and it filled people's heart with awe. The GRI, Wildlife Crime Prevention Project, became responsible for rehabilitating the animals as they had been very weak and unhealthy when they were captivated. But the good news is, once they are fully healthy and recovered, they will be released into Kafue National Park, which is known to be the biggest park in Zambia. Anakim Girdes of the GRI Wildlife Vet Program mentioned that the pair was eating, and that was a good sign. Girdes also takes the pangolins for some walks at night, and they feed on insects. He said it was very important to give them rest and food. Pangolins are in growing demand in Asian markets because of their meat and scales, so they are hunted. They are also said to be the most heavily wild mammal ever. A lot of them were killed in the years 2011 and 2013. The pangolin trade was carried out secretly over the last decade because it is illegal, but the demand for its scale and meat is still in continuous growth. Poor victimized creatures. According to the Jakarta Globe, 2 other people were caught before they were able to smuggle 8 endangered pangolins in Medan, South Sumatra. That happened on the night they found the pair of the pangolins. What is more shocking is the fact that one of the smugglers was an Indonesian military member. Tulus Huta Haruk, head of law enforcement at the Sumatra Environment and Forestry Authority, professed that one pangolin costs $375 in North Sumatra. Can you imagine? Those animals are really valuable to some people, and they could literally hunt them and bring them at any cost. Fortunately, the mother and the baby pangolin were rescued from a very tough fate that was awaiting them. They are very rare animals, and we hardly hear about them, but this does not mean they can be overlooked or ignored. They are not less important than other animals. On the contrary, they are very valuable, and they deserve to live, not being taken advantage of. Thank God our world still has some people out there who restore our faith in humanity every time we feel hopeless. What do you think about that story? Have you ever seen a pangolin before? What other animals do you think are endangered because of how their scales are in demand? Do you agree with selling animals to gain profit? How can we raise people's awareness to the importance of these endangered animals? We really can't wait to hear you guys brainstorming together. Thanks for watching.